Alright. I'm starting my next project in the midst of, like, absolute hell. I have so many assignments and essays due. I have my thesis due. Did I start it?
But what the hell, boy?
I'm afraid not. It's okay because I wanted to, I want to do this. I want to do this. God, the lighting is gorgeous. So I dyed my hair. Because I originally dyed my eyebrows. Just thought maybe it would look good if I had like a little streak of blonde, which turned to more than a streak, but I'm currently in the process of moving back home. And I don't have a studio. Yes, I don't have a studio, I know. It's quite, it's a big...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
So I need to find a studio.
Get your ass on, boy. You need
to find a job. Let's talk about it though. Oh. No. Also, does anyone else have like a strange addiction to like singing, but you know that you're like not a good singer, but like you sing anyways? I swear I catch myself singing and I think I'm good for a second and then I record myself and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you smelling? Whenever I sit down, this is what happens. She just comes up. I'm feeling pretty unmotivated today. And I have an assignment due, and it's like the last thing I want to do right now. And it's been like the last thing I've been wanting to do for the past 2 weeks. And I know everyone's like, oh, there's hard things in life, like you just have to get used to it. But like, I know, right? That's so silly, Billy. I try not to view it as a reflection of my academic value or but sometimes I'm super undisciplined or I try to procrastinate and do everything but what I need to do. Okay, you want to get down? Well, we hit 50 subscribers, which for me is kind of big. And whoever subscribed to my channel, maybe I should introduce myself because I haven't really done that. You can just hang out with me for a sec. We'll hang out together. How am I supposed to move? I can't move. Well, now I'm stuck here. Yeah, now I can't move. So I guess we're just stuck. I'm moving a rug here so I could sit on the rug. Okay. Sitting on my floor because I don't want to sit anywhere else. I want to showcase my work from when I started painting, and I think this is fun. I did a little series on Instagram, but I didn't actually get into the time frame or anything about it, and it's also on theme with the videos that I've been posting on my Instagram and my TikTok and my YouTube shorts. And if you're here from those videos, thank you so much for subscribing and and yeah, I just appreciate it. These paintings that I'm gonna show you have been have been like trapped in my basement, kind of put away. And they're quite old. I'm gonna show you a few, and then I'm also gonna show you my newest paintings that I've done. If you've seen my videos, you're familiar with these two. But there's one up there that I did recently, and up here and right there, and not even finished. And it's also been a minute since I posted a video. This is my first. These are all oil paintings. I started off with oil painting and I didn't ever really branch out. I've done watercolor. I'm self-taught, so I haven't had any lessons, and I think it shows. But I really try. I started off when I was 15 or 14. No, 14 turning. No, I was 15 turning 16. So I was 15, and the person that introduced me to oil painting is Bob Ross. I think it's kind of typical, but this was a Bob Ross inspired painting. Along the way, there were definitely some paintings that weren't the greatest, but of course that's just how it goes. Someone commented on one of my shorts saying that, or I think it was an Instagram reel, saying that like 50% of paintings don't actually turn out, and I totally agree. Like, that's so true. So when it does turn out, it's always like, oh wow, look what I did. I did these very close in time, which to me kind of shocked, because I didn't think I was able to kind of copy, but when you can copy, like, that's what I was good at. I was good at copying. Aside from copying, I've been really wanting to have my own style, develop my own style, and not just copy. Like, that's great. This is so cool, and the fact that I did this at like a young age with barely any practice is good, and I'm very proud of myself for having been able to copy a photo. This is a photo I took on vacation. So I've been trying like new things, and I think these have been like the most fun to make and the most rewarding. I'm not gonna show every painting because there's just a lot and it might get a little repetitive, but I'll show a few that have stood out to me throughout my career as an artist. This was my first portrait I've ever done. I had a huge Timmy crush. I still do. Guilty. I think I've come a long way. This was another portrait, one of my first ones. I would have been 16 here. This canvas feels so weird. It's like so thin. As I was painting more and more, I wanted to develop my own style. So I went to this guy. And I did a portrait of Vincent, and I added some texture. And then this is a similar type of texture. I would have been, I think, 17 here. I made this one when I was 18. Let's stand back a bit. It's supposed to be Frank Ocean, and if you turn it upside down, it is, or right side up, it is Tyler the Creator. And I was inspired by his Flower Boy album. Then there's this one I did also, I think, a few months after. And like, it was probably one of my first pieces with proportions. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. And this is like my favorite EP. but a little bit off with the body there. This one was when I first started making landscapes, and this is what I mean by I wasn't aware of proportions, because the proportions here aren't exactly accurate, but we still try, obviously. I think I made this when I was 17. I don't really have many words for this one. Always learning new things. This is not a real back, so.
What the hell?
I don't have any words for this one either.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
No
it's not even
way,
done.
Yeah.
Here are some smaller seascapes. This one I did, I think I was 18. With these, I feel like I feel like I'm copying. Like I feel like I'm not being like authentic in a sense, because I feel like I'm copying something that's real. Which I know that's all art. Art is like you are copying. You are not copying, but like putting you have a reference photo and you're making it come to life. But I guess recently I've been wanting to expand on that and make something else come to life, something maybe more fun, because this is just a little dark. Just a little dark. And you see what I mean? So relaxing. Also, when I first started painting, I didn't know anything about underpaint or glazing. Yeah. So that's why a lot of my, that's why like this, for example, the majority of it is matte and just feels and looks not the greatest. The colors are a little dull. This I glazed pretty much, you could tell, or I started glazing from here. Oops. This one I call Crashing. It's a pretty big piece. I think it's 24 by 36 inches, and I did it in 2022. But I added a lot more details in the water and in the clouds. So when we look at the clouds in this painting, I feel like there's a huge improvement. Maybe I'm just seeing it myself. Water is still a really big theme in my current painting style. Someone actually asked me on my TikTok if this was a print, and I'm gassed, cause come on. If it looks like a print, that's good, right? I hope that's good. But no, it's not a print. And I did this one this summer that just passed, so in 2024. I really hope my family is not too loud. Every time they open the door, my door also slams and goes crazy. My eye's red because I've been itching it so often, but I hope you can't see it on camera, because that's kind of gross. So this is my biggest painting I've ever done, and it's actually done on a recycled canvas. This original painting, I'll put a photo of it up, but it was a seascape, a close-up of a tide, of like a ripple in the water, like this, but I wanted to do it on a bigger canvas. So like this, but like on this big boy. And it looked great, but it was just like sitting around, and I never finished it because I felt like I wasn't drawn or inspired with the painting anymore. I wanted to redo it, and I didn't gesso on top, so that was my first mistake. or else I didn't also sand down the painting originally, because there was texture from on the first canvas, but I didn't do anything, and instead I just went over it. I think it still turned out great. It could have been better because I should have gessoed on top and I should have prepped it better and prepped it under paint better, but I didn't. Instead, I just went for it. You can just see like the texture of where the wave was here and on the face of it. Oh. Heartbreak is crazy. I am so happy that I've gotten that experience now, and I know what it feels like to go through heartbreak, specifically with a romantic partner. It definitely like changed my entire perspective on everything. You know, in this moment, this painting captured a version of me that was so hurt and grieving an animal that's still alive. You can't see it and you can't do anything with it. It's like, it's such a strange feeling, and I'm sure a lot of people have gone through the same thing when you break up and your pet is no longer your pet, or like you can no longer see that animal that you and your ex-partner once cherished. I'm gonna talk about a few more. I liked drawing animals. Honestly, there wasn't really much meaning behind it other than the fact that I thought lions were cool. This painting took me, it was my longest painting I've ever spent time on. It took me, I think, around 72 hours combined. Also just my best portrait work. I think as an artist, this was the piece that truly made me feel like, okay, wait, I kind of have it a little bit. Like, I kind of know what I'm doing. And when you constantly feel like you're not doing the best, but you are, it's hard. Society tells you one thing, and it's a matter of just listening to what other people say about your work. I feel like I found my potential. I really put my heart and soul into it. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna talk about these two. Well, I talked about them a little bit in my last videos, but I just want to say one more thing about this one. It fell the other day and it broke a bit because it's made out of wood, and I have to fix it now, which I'm not mad about, but just, I'm so happy that I finally found a painting style that I enjoy, at least for the time being, and this is for sure something that I really enjoy. I think it scratches my brain in just the best ways, and it's like just so satisfying to look at personally. This is something I'm also really proud of, just because for me the biggest form of success has been finding that technique, that type of style that makes you different from everyone else. I know art in general is very unique, but I don't know, not having a background in art, not having any knowledge, being self-taught, and also just having like growing up with like low self-esteem for my own personal reasons, and I think part of that healing and that coming to develop your own type of individuality comes with adapting your own style. I don't have a studio right now. I'm looking for a studio, but I also don't have money, so what can we do here? Well, I'm not sure how much studios are. See, that's the thing, like I didn't even look, but it's because I don't have the money, so I can't afford to look. One day I'll get a studio and I won't be forced to work on the floor, but as of now, it's fine. It's just like a little bit. It's hard because when I paint, it's super toxic with oils, and I paint in the same place that I sleep, and I think I really shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, this is like where I'm sitting right now is where I paint. Usually I put my canvas on this wall, or I sit and use my easel. The life of a broke college student artist. Very, very grateful to be where I am though. I don't want that to come across as... No way! I currently am in my last year of university. It is April, so I should be graduating now, but I am taking one more course in the summer, so I'm set to graduate in October. I'm really excited. I feel like, excuse me, because I'm gonna yap for a little bit, and if you want to hear me out, you can stay. But I have sometimes a really bad work ethic. And it's bad because I lie to myself and I tell myself that, oh no, like, I feel like I have a really good work ethic because look how strong I'm working, look how hard I'm working on certain things. Like if it's making content, I'll grind making content. If it's making art, obviously I'll go ahead and finish it. But then when it comes down to things that I might not originally be as strongly motivated to begin, let alone finish, like can't finish. And that's currently what's happening with my degree. I mean, I'm done it, but I just have like this one last thing to do, and it's like the hardest thing to finish. I have extensions with my academic advisors. There's like so much shame associated with delaying something and not handing something in because you're physically unable to do it. But then I go back and forth and I gaslight myself saying like, oh no, you are physically able to finish something. You're just telling yourself you're not because you don't have a strong work ethic. But it's like the last thing I want to do, but I do want to graduate, so we have these, I'm like in a state of cognitive dissonance where it's like, oh, I want to do it, but I don't. And I want to graduate, but like, I chose a degree that I'm not entirely sure is going to be applicable in my post-university life. And that's just the reality of it. And I think a lot of people face that reality. When I think about my true passions, it was art. But I always kind of shoved it to the side because I thought that, okay, like, what are the chances that I'm really going to be a successful artist? What are the chances that someone can see my art and then this question, this type of position that I was in, it just stops you from doing anything. It's so paralyzing to your overarching mentality, your overall positive outlook on life, on your career, on your purpose. I forgot what I was saying, but this is also, I'm sorry for the chaotic structure of this video. Come here. My cat wants to leave my room. It's funny how when I start filming, I don't really know what the video is gonna be, but as soon as I continue talking, I end up like finding a purpose to why I was filming. I feel like a lot of things kind of go like that. This painting. Look at this sketch I did in 2014. Yeah. These are some sketches I've done recently. I've recently been enjoying scribbling a lot. Sometimes I think I'm insufferable, and I think sometimes people don't understand my humor, and they also think I'm insufferable. And I know I really shouldn't care what people think, but it's hard sometimes. It's just interesting how if you share your content, people actually like it. And I don't know why that's like come as a surprise to me recently, even though I don't have that many followers on Instagram, and or I think I have plenty, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, like compared to other artists, not that I should be comparing, but I don't have that many followers, and it's just a whole different game trying to make content versus like doing it because you want to do it and doing it because you think that this is what you're like meant to do. And it's a very thin line, I think. And I want to offload my negativity, and I want like my channel to be a place where you can come and enjoy my content and enjoy my videos and enjoy my yapping. That's like most of the time incoherent and all over the place, but maybe you find some comfort in it. That is all of the art that I think I can show today. I'm really excited to continue to make more art. My goal with this video is that I helped, at least like, not helped, but encourage you to create, encourage you to want to express yourself, because I know that it's a little daunting seeing so many people on social media create and blow up and do well, and it's like, oh, are they is this what I'm supposed to be like? Is this what creating is? But fundamentally, creating is all personal, it's within yourself. And going back to this painting up there, like, creating is just an expression of yourself, an extension of how you feel, a form of therapy ultimately. You can change people's lives with it. If you stay to the very end, I really appreciate you and really appreciate you tuning in. I don't know why I'm getting awkward now. Like, alright, I'm done. Bye.